Cool. We have liftoff. Welcome to PJ Knits. My name's Penny. I live in Central Illinois. I'm a knitter, a blogger, a YouTube podcaster, and an Instagrammer. And I have a special guest today, or whichever way you're showing up.
Hi, I'm Kendra. I live in Indianapolis and longtime friend of Penny's and happy to be here as a guest on her podcast.
Yes. So cheers, whichever, again.
Cheers.
It's a coffee kind of day.
It is.
Well, in Central Illinois, it is, today is Wednesday, July 30th. It is cloudy. It's going to be a little warm again today. We're going to get rain, and in the next 5 days, it's going to be like 77 to 80 degrees. I'm game for that. I don't know about Indy, but
yeah, it's pretty much the same here. Today it's very sunny, it's very humid, and it's supposed to be in the mid 90s. And then we're cooling off as well. So that'll be nice.
Cool. Well,
and it's going to be state fair time here next week. So yeah, perfect weather for that.
Yeah, because generally right here in Peoria, when they would have it, it'd be so hot. So
yeah.
So
yep.
But for sure. Now we are recording this to Zoom, and so there'll be a little fluxes here and there, but we're really here to talk about something really super fun. And it is, let's see if it shows up, the Makers Meetup, July 2025. We just came off of a fabulous, fabulous weekend. Oh my gosh, the best ever, the best ever.
Yes, it was such a great time. Lots of old friends, new friends, knitting, laughing, eating, drinking, a little bit of drinking, but yeah, it was great just to I heard so many people say it's so good to be here among my people, and just be with other knitters and makers and share time together.
And we had people from all over. Our friends from Canada came, and out east and south and Florida and surrounding areas, and just all over the place. And we had at least 115. I know we had maybe a couple more who dropped in, were in the hotel and saw us and joined us for a little period of time. So that's more than we ever expected last year when we said if we get 50, we'd be happy. Over the moon. And we truly, truly enjoy this event. It's so much fun to do and to do for our friends as well. So just
for sure,
so much fun. So anyway, do that. All don't need to see everything. But we're gonna start out with some thank yous, and that picture you just saw was a front of what I received from our friend Sandy. She makes tote bags for us to give away, and I guess didn't she have over 30 bags?
I believe so. Yeah,
and we gave those away on Friday night and Saturday night as part of the door prizes. So that was what mine looked like on the outside. And Sandy is just a gem. We have to say thank you to her so much for what she does for the event, for sure.
Yeah, she's so generous and kind, and just gives of her time, and she does beautiful work, and we appreciate her so much.
We do. And everybody looks forward to seeing what she's going to do. And today, this last weekend, she had a new style that she debuted on there. So, and I mean, nobody said, please don't give me that bag.
Right.
So, a shout out to her for sure. Now, as the start of we're going to do thank yous intermittently here, I suppose, but Thursday night, we all, not all of us, but we had a huge crowd that showed, and we took over the lobby, both sides of the lobby, and we're very grateful that the Hilton Garden Inn at Hoffman Estates did not book anything else that weekend. And so that we could really just, as people were coming in Thursday night, we got to, mingle and knit and all of that. So that's kind of how it all started. And not everybody showed up on Thursday night for sure, but those who were out of town came. And so that was so much fun just to.
It was so much fun. And just while we're on the topic of the hotel, just a shout out to this hotel. Again, it's the Hilton Garden Inn in Hoffman Estates. If you need a place in the western suburbs of Chicago to stay, highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
The staff is great. We have seen the same staff from year to year, which is unusual these days. As people were checking in, the gal checking people in remembered people from previous years, and they are just great to work with. And a couple of them said how much they love having this group. Right. So it was definitely a shout out to them.
Yeah, I have never been to a hotel as kind and nice as that. Truly, that's all the places that we've been for sure. So
yeah,
and for giving us that opportunity to not book anything. They didn't have to do that. And,
right.
We're so appreciative. That's so cool place. So that was Thursday, and then on Friday morning after breakfast, we started congregating in both of the conference rooms. And again, because we had the hotel, some people decided they wanted to be outside as the conference room as well. And so as everyone came, we had them check in, and we had some goodies, some surprise goodies. And once again, this is a shout out to both Sandy and Cher, her daughter, because Cher, I am fairly certain I can say that Sandy told me at Thanksgiving time last year, her family was aiding, helping turn and put tassels on bags. So the surprise this year was that Sandy made a bag for everybody who came and checked in. And here is mine.
And here is mine.
Yes. And so this, again, we can't say enough about what she did for us in these bags. This is work, and she had more than 115 of these.
Yeah.
So, she does not sell her bags, and she will not let us do anything for her. She loves doing it for us. And so again, a shout out to both Sandy and Cher for your generosity in all things, and for helping us set up, helping us tear down, all of the things, and just being, advertising for us as well, and coming back each year. And we love spending time with you. So that was what the bag consisted of. But in the inside of the bag, we had several things that we're just going to shout out to people. We had a little mint for everybody from our friend Annetta. And then our friend Cheryl made a bag
yes,
bottle.
I got mine. So cute.
Yes, for everybody to put in the bag. And then Pam put a barrette in, and this thing has multiple uses for sure. For the ends of yarns, for your circular, when you're joining in the round, to maybe hold that down, hold the beginning and the ending down so it doesn't flip up. So she donated those. And then Kendra made cards.
Made some cards.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
So that was super fun. So that was inside the bag. And then at the table, the local Knitwits made everybody, they could take a bag of goodies, little cords,
stitch markers and cords, and these, I don't know what these little dudes are called, but they're like needle stoppers.
Needle stoppers, and they come in real handy. Not only that, they come in real handy for putting these two together for a sleeve holding on. I just love those. So thank you, Knitwits, the local Knitwits, not the Peoria Knitwits,
right?
Local Knitwits. Thank you for that. And then our friend Nina, finally, at that same table, brought out a tray of these bejeweled as well.
Yes, mine is, I don't know if you can see it, a little donut.
Oh, yes, I see. So thank you, Nina, for that. So
yes, these were so cute, and people loved them.
They're super cool.
Yeah.
And let's see, who else have I got on my list here? Oh, and then Colette as we were sitting around, would give everybody a little knitted hat. And no, she did not knit it, but Sandy had hers on her comfort chicken. Somebody had given her. I thought it was so cool. Even if
it's so cute. I know. I need to find something, some little something to put mine on.
You could put it a pencil.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Too. And then over the course of the weekend, Grace made some stickers for us.
Yes, thank you, Grace. Those were so cute.
So that was super, super cool. So, and then others that I have just to round out the list here, make sure I've got everybody for those things that everybody could get. I just am going to do a shout out, to Debbie, who helped us set up. For me, she schleps everything in, schleps everything out. Because by the end, I can say, probably as well as you can say, we were tired.
We were tired.
My legs were tired. They were like, if you make me walk back and forth one more time.
I know. I was definitely tired and my body was sore.
I was ready.
Yeah, Debbie was a huge help. She's
a go-getter. She never runs out.
Always has energy.
And so she's getting water and what do you need and doing all that. So and also then on Saturday night, thanks to Peggy and everyone else who helped us clean up the rooms. I believe James did the first room for us. So a shout out to James for taking care of that, because all we had to do is just walk. And we had a whole slew of people, but Peggy went after carts for us and everybody who was helping out.
And a big thank you to the gals who, so we had a put and take table that people could bring yarn to find a new home, and then people could shop at the table and take whatever they liked. And at the end, what was left, a group of gals took it and they were going to donate it. And that was a huge task. And we very much appreciate them doing that.
And that was the local Knitwits as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. They took everything. And we can talk about that a little bit. I mean, we had, I don't know, a run of at least 36 feet and another 24 feet.
Yeah.
Of put and take that was just filled to the brim.
Yes, completely full. I mean, that was the most, like we have had 2 long tables in the past, and that was enough space. And this time we added 2 or 3 more tables.
3 tables, yeah. And I know where those tables are kept now.
Yes.
I'm like,
right.
Could have done that. So yeah, that was fantastic. And we had, and then we had a lot of give a new home. Right. And people got some really cool things. That we had a coffee and tea station, as we always will, because I'm a coffee drinker all day long. And then we had, oh my gosh, snacks in both rooms.
Yes. And thank you to everybody who brought goodies. And, there was plenty of chips and crackers and candy and cookies and fruit. And then some fresh food. Yeah. Fruit and cheese and crackers and, things like that, we had 2 long tables in one of the rooms and then 2 counter type spaces, all full of snacks and goodies. Yeah. So that was great.
Nobody would go hungry for sure. And so that was cool. And as we said, we had 2 conference rooms that could seat 50 plus 50. And people were in both rooms. We had a more quiet room, and then we had a robust room, and then spilling out into the lobby, and just so much fun that you could get around and talk to people, see what they were knitting on. And I know a lot of new friends were made. We know that, not just people that came from our area. That was fun to intersperse that. And so that was super, super cool. Yeah, for sure. I keep looking out because there's like lawnmowers down there, and I'm like, please don't let mine come, but neither here nor there. But anyway, yes, that's like the scope of the room. And so then just to kind of round out some of the thank yous, we have to thank you all for your generous donations of money towards the event. Yes, we made enough to cover our expenses, and that's what we want to do, so
Right.
it's
Right. And that our intention and our goal is to always have it be based solely on donations. We don't want to charge for this event so that it's accessible to anybody who wants to come.
yeah,
So
exactly. So and also a shout out to those everyone. I think we both I was overwhelmed by the fact that we had so many people say this is the best event we attended.
mhm.
This is so much fun. We had people who were new that felt very welcome. Um, and just for all of you who went, told us how much you enjoyed it. We totally
Mhm.
we appreciate that so much because it makes us even more so thinking okay
Right. I mean, it makes
something.
it, Penny and I both told many people this weekend how much we enjoy planning for it. It's just
Mhm.
fun to, have ideas and see them come to life. But hearing how much people enjoyed it and how grateful people were for the event makes it very much worthwhile.
Yeah, so much. And we're not going to show really any other the gifties really that we got because we were gifted with a lot of different things and from here and there and whatever. And you'll see those interspersed. We'll be using them, but not needed to be done. But we want to say thank you to those who
Yeah.
who
So nice. So
gave us
thoughtful.
little stitch markers or stitch things.
Hmm.
That's so much fun. We're knitters. We love little
Oh,
things like that. So
we
that
love
was
the goodies.
yeah. So we had a fantastic time, and if you did not weren't able to come, we hope you'll and we'll talk about that towards the end about next year. But if you're so inclined, I know there are a lot of people who said, "Ooh, I want to come." Well,
Hmm.
we'll be talking about that later. So um, I am going to say right at this point in time, again, Sandy, I can't say enough about her. She's a gem and a friend. And so she made some of the podcasters, our next year's supply of bags. So I'm going to do a giveaway on this episode. If you'll just drop a comment down below. And here's the new one. I love this.
Oh, so cute.
So we'll do a little giveaway for the next episode. Just drop a comment down below. It can be any kind of comment, very summary for sure. So I love that one. That's one of the new ones. So thank you, Sandy, for that. So anyway, and then so that's all I've got with as far as things that were happening. So we're going to go on to um, how many projects did you take, Kendra, and how many did you work on? How many did you finish while you were there?
Well, I didn't finish anything, but I felt like I made progress and I historically, I always take too many projects. I always take projects that are I might have one that's simple and mindless, but one that's more complex or, I have to pay closer attention to. And inevitably, I have to rip out pretty much everything I did because you get talking and you're not paying close attention. So I took my Oslo hat and I took socks. And I made good progress on my Oslo hat. Um, Actually, I will show you.
So you only took two projects?
I only took two.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just getting started on the Riptide.
Best.
It's called the pullover, but it's the
Okay.
best
Yeah.
style. And I was doing where you do the back and then the shoulders. And I was like, no, that's too complicated. It'll get messed up. So this is where I'm at with my Oslo hat.
Oh, okay. Now I'm going to do this because I can. I think I can. Oh my gosh. There. Cool. Ooh, you've got some fuzz in there too, don't you?
Yes. So this yarn is Angora Bunny. And it is um I've had it for years. I don't have a label and I think it did not come with one, but it's Angora Bunny from Lamb Spun, the shop in Colorado
Mm.
that's in the Maggie Sefton book series.
Yeah,
It's a yarn shop, coffee shop. Um,
the
and
perfect shop.
so, yeah, our friend Jelaine brought this back years ago. And so this marker was at the beginning of the meetup, and this was the end of the meetup.
Well, you
So
did.
I felt like I made decent progress.
Yes, you did for sure.
And then I took some socks, which I like at home, I had just cast on and knit like one row. And as soon as I got there, I realized my stitch count was off. So I had to pull that off and start over. So so I'm not very far. I didn't get very far. There's just a couple rows of color
Right.
work so far.
Oh, yeah.
This is the picnic basket sock pattern by
Mhm,
our friend Darcy at Chit Chat
mhm.
Knits. She just released this not too long ago.
Yep.
And this yarn, the the this is the contrast color actually. Um, and then you have this little bit of color work, and then this pink becomes the main. So the contrast is a mini that I had from leftover from
Mhm.
Farmer's Daughter Fibers, and this is from Sweet Skein of Mine. Um, it was a colorway of the month called True Romance.
Oh,
I believe it was February.
that's cool.
So that's that. That's all I did. How about you?
Well, I took 5 projects and I worked on one, which is Musselburgh number 10.
Wow.
I have 9 and 10 still on the needles. But here we go. And this is Gage Dyeworks in her chrysanthemum. It's a flower of the month. And so this is November chrysanthemum. And this is pretty much where I had started
Ooh,
after
that's
the
pretty.
increases because I wanted that done. And this is going to be
Oh,
so,
nice.
but you get very, and this is a smaller skein. It's less than 400 yards. So it'll be what it'll be. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I worked on. Um, and it's in a cute little bag that I got. So
It's
that's,
always interesting to see how gradient skeins or striping skeins work up in a muscle burrow.
yeah, and that one, I could kind of tell, she dyes that, so, and that has shown some swatches or muscle burls in, and so that you're getting
Hmm.
those kind of chunks. But yeah, that was kind of fun to do. It's soft. It's a soft yarn too, and I'm doing that on a size 4 needles. Where I think my other ones I'm also doing on a 4 needle, the 9, but it's Malabrigo, and so it's not as soft. And I think this
Hmm.
was just a little heavier than normal. So that's all I worked on. I brought the other 4 home, and I'll talk about in another podcast um, my thoughts on those, for putting them away. But that
And all of your muscle burrows, have I heard you say they're going in like a gift basket or something?
they're going in a gift thing or whatever, and except for 2, I made 2 for Norway, and I'm deciding now
Hmm.
after this weekend. I'll show you in a little bit. I think I'm going with my original, um, which with my original hat that I was going to do. So, but yeah, the rest of them are just going to go in a pile. And when I go to Iowa, like for Christmas or whatever,
Hmm.
December birthdays, I'll take them and say, hey, does anyone
Yeah,
want a hat? Or do you want to gift a hat to somebody?
right. Yeah,
And
that's great.
that's my version of making a sock because
Yeah.
I'm just into those. I love socks and I have some and I love wearing them. I don't particularly, I like knitting on these better, more. So that's all the knitting that I had. Now, we did some knit alongs
We
for
did.
that for our event. And the first one, I'm going to share the screen because I'm not sure what order they're going to come up in. And see. Okay, so the first one was the Clover Tee that we did. This is the group that knit all of those and came to the event. The Clover Tee is from Lena Holmes Samso, which is Lynette. And so this is all the variations of the finished. And you can tell back here we have one in progress.
In progress.
Just fine as well. But all different colors, all different fabrics. And this was so much fun for sure.
It was fun.
Let's drop you down, go back up. And so that's what we're both wearing today.
Yes.
Is our Clovers. And so you want to, we'll let you talk about yours first.
Okay. So mine was knit to pattern, except I didn't do the final row of eyelets. So that if it was hot weather, I didn't necessarily have to wear something underneath it. I mean, today I am, just because it's not, I'm inside, it's not hot, but and the yarn I used is Sandisgarn Lena. And I couldn't find my ball band this morning to tell you the color. It seems to me like it's glacier blue, ice blue, something like that.
That's cool. And well, and I will link Kendra's project page below.
If I had one, you could, but I haven't done one yet.
When you do, I will link it.
Yeah.
As well,
that's on my list of things to do. I have
great.
a very long to-do list of things I was putting off until after the meetup was done. And that's one of them.
And those show notes will be down below, but they're not going to be today or tomorrow. They will show up down below it eventually with links, but I know they're not going to be today, because after we get done, today is a sit and watch podcast and knit and drink coffee day. That's it. Because I've had a couple of days where I've not had that. So, and then mine also is from Lena Sandisgarn, and I can't tell you the colorway, but I will link it below because it's more of a darker aqua. And I didn't really make any modifications on mine. I did the same, did all the holes, excuse me, lengthened the sleeve for sure and lengthened the body as well. But I will link to my project page. But it was fun because there was just enough interest up here. There's where the last one is. And then when you got to that, then it was all stockinette after that. So yeah, it was a fun knit. And I think everybody enjoyed that for sure.
I think so too. It was a fun knit. And it was the first time I had knit with Lena, and I really liked it.
Oh, really? Okay.
The yarn was really nice.
I liked it. This is my third time I've knit something out of it. And I'm not going to do another one because I want to embark on other things, but yeah, I really do like the yarn. They call it a worsted. I would say it's not a worsted.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Right. Light worsted at best, maybe a plumper DK, honestly.
Right. But a lovely yarn, and I have washed and dried mine. Just saying.
Really?
Yeah. Because I had my very first one, my anchor kept kind of growing a little bit. I'm like, no harm, no foul.
Right.
I'm going to wash and dry it because I don't like it how it is, and it's fine.
That's interesting because I didn't make mine longer thinking it would likely grow
by itself just by wearing.
Yeah.
That's my thought on it. So cool. And so we appreciate everybody who knit along with us.
Yeah, it was fun.
So then let's see, what do we got next? Oh, next was the Vertices Unite. This was a knit along that we did through the PJKnits Zoom. We started this on January 1st and knit, and we cast on a Zoom. And so these are the participants. Now, the thing about it was started on the 1st, be done by the end of July. It was a call to Unite KAL, where you could do Vertices Unite, Textures Unite, or you could go rogue and do whatever. And so that's what we have here is a group that came and finished theirs and showed them off, which was so cool. And then
it was also a very fun thing to cast on together on New Year's Day. It was a fun thing.
It was. Well, eventually I'll get it together here. All right. I have one more picture for this one. Here we are. Come on. There we go. No, that's not the one I wanted.
There.
Oh,
Whoops.
yes, that was it, wasn't
That
it?
was it. Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
Was that the front and the back? Yes, there you go. Sorry. A lot of
Yeah.
ups and downs, but I just thought those were the coolest things.
That was a fun picture to show
Yes,
them
that
that
one
way.
was a super, super fun picture, I thought. So that was, and so that was it on that one. And then next up, the last one, let's see, we get, yes. This was the knit along that was teals, turquoise, aquas, the colors of the sea. And this is everybody's rendition of it. So we had a great group here of different projects, and it could be, and you could have used just your Clover Tee as well, if that's, how you wanted to do it. And while we're on this photo, I want to shout out to Miriam, who's in the center. And just to the, as I'm looking at it, to the left of her is Sandy, for those of you who don't know her. That's the bag maker. And then dead center is Miriam, who lives in Southern Illinois. And Miriam, this was her first time coming. She did not know anybody. We connected through Instagram. She has a lovely Instagram page. But yesterday,
She
Miriam
does.
did her first YouTube podcast and put it up. She is knitting like a cave woman. And you all have to go out and just check her out, because she is a knitter of linen and of all, just amazing. You have to check her out. That's all I can say. She has a segment where she talks about her beading. I was just overwhelmed. I'm like, holy cow, who does this? And so she's just amazing. So I just want to give her a shout out. Please go back and try and look at her video. She plays the banjo in the end and does a little singing. And I'm like,
Yeah, definitely check her out. She's a beautiful knitter and a lovely person. So,
lovely, lovely person. And so we were so pleased that she came, talked to several people about podcasts, and then went home and did one. And so congratulations, Miriam. We're just pleased as punch that you're out there. And there's a couple of other podcasters here. Down on the lower right that we superimposed is Beth from Pandemic Knitter. And then in the upper row, we have Darcy from Chit Chat Knits, and then Noelle from Knits and Pieces. And then yours truly. So anyway, this was so much fun to do that. We just had,
well, and Penny, I was just noticing a lot of the people, quite a few people in this picture are regular Zoom
yes,
participants on your Saturday night Zoom. So
yeah, for
also
sure.
mention that anyone is welcome to join Penny's Saturday night Zoom. We have a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun. We don't talk politics or religion, and I'm in and out, but we have great group of people that show up and take the lead. So Saturday nights at 6 o'clock Central Time. It's a fun group. They're my friends. They're my Saturday night dates when I'm in town, because I do appreciate that. So.
And Penny, am I right? Your sign-in info is on your Ravelry page?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the head. It's in the PJ Knits group. It's on the Ravelry page at the header. And like Kendra said, everybody is welcome. So sometimes you have to step over people to talk, but we find out all kinds of cool things. We enable people,
We do.
sales, what people are knitting on, and just life in general. I'm learning a whole lot of things that I didn't know that I needed to know, for sure. So
Yep.
so that's all of the knit along. But I am going to do one thing, that I have a teal project that which we should have had him come and take the picture, because this is
Yeah.
a project,
Yeah.
but this is something that James did. This is called the Batad by Stephen West. And if he has a project page, if James does, I will link it, but I became the recipient of it. Let's do this. And thank you, James, because I love it. And as I said last night, it's going to Norway, because I think it'd be so much fun to wear and keep me warm at all things. I am rethinking. I was going to make that friend to friend capelet, but I think this will suffice.
Mm-hmm.
And the first Musselburgh hat that I made, Kendra, is that teal.
Nice.
Which will be perfect. So
nice.
Thank you, James. He threw it at me. It wasn't big enough for him, but it fits me just fine. So that is the knit alongs. Thank you everyone who participated in it. That was a whole lot of fun.
It
And
was
we
fun.
will be thinking up, things for next year because that's fun. That's fun to do. Okay. So as far as shops concerned, we're sad that Elgin Knitworks is gone because that was a nice place to go as well. But we got to see Betsy and her mom on Saturday. And we got to see the girls from 3Ply and Dawn from Frivolous and Frugal podcast. And so it was so much fun to connect with all of them.
It was fun. We hope that Penny from Frivolous and Frugal can join us at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very fun to see all of them.
It was fun to see all of them because they started it all really. And so there is one shop still local, Wool and Co. that everybody made the trek to, and I made a couple of treks. So what did you buy? Did you go shopping?
I did. I'm really trying. I've been trying for probably 3 years not to add so much yarn to my stash. This year, I feel like I'm doing a little better than I have done with that intention in years past. So I didn't have, one of the things I'm trying not to do is to not buy yarn that I don't have an intention or a plan for.
Right.
Because I have so many random skeins that, are eye candy and I buy them without a plan. And I would say for the most part, that is what has sat in stash for the longest time, which is another great thing about the put and take table. You can clear out some of those things. But I did buy a couple of things.
Okay.
At Wool and Co. So one of the things I bought was Lang alpaca socks.
Cool.
Doesn't have a colorway name, just a number, but it's kind of a heathery, mossy, dark mossy green. And I've never used alpaca in socks before, but this is 70 alpaca, 30 nylon. So I think they will be very warm and they will wear well.
Are you planning on knitting those for Norway?
I think they might be what I take to knit on.
Okay.
On our trip. So, and then I bought this Fiber Space Scrumptious 4-ply, which is merino and silk.
Ooh.
And I wish that you could feel it because it is so soft and it's really nicely plied. I think it's going to have great stitch definition. And I saw a cowl posted by Dawn from Frivolous and Frugal that she had made not too long ago, and I didn't write down the name. I don't remember the name, but it's a simple cowl, like stockinette up here, and then kind of around here it has a lace pattern that makes it look like waves. So on Ravelry, that pattern, the yarns that had really good drape and good stitch definition were lovely. So I think that'll work well for that.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I bought was a kit at Wool and Company. This is the Oslo Hat kit. And this is designed by Arne and Carlos. So I wanted to have that for Norway. And it's one skein of Rowan felted tweed.
Oh yeah, that's the colorway I made my sweater out of.
Oh yeah.
I saw those kits.
I love it.
I get one. I'm like, I have a sweater of that, but I think I gave away my yarn.
And then the color work is done in kid silkays.
That's gonna be so pretty.
Yeah, and I don't tolerate mohair very well, but mostly around my neck, and it'll be the color work that's up on my head. So
cool.
I think it'll be fine.
So
yeah, I was happy with that. I didn't even see it when I was there, and then our friend Jelaine came back with one, and I was going to go back the next day and then decided, nope, I don't need to, but she was going back, so she picked it up for me.
That's cool. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's all I bought.
Oh, well, I did a little bit of shopping. This is Pasquale Tibetan wool yak, and I am going to knit I'm losing my light. You can tell it's getting darker. Let's see. Better? Oh, hey, hi, everybody.
There you go.
So this is going to be my Oslo hat, and I'm going to try and cast that on maybe sooner.
That's pretty.
Sooner, yeah. It's showing up more blue. It's a little bit more tealer, so I thought that would be fun to have a sec. Yeah, you can never we're going what 10, 12 days. I have a couple of hats just in case. So I got that. And then somebody went on Thursday or Friday, and we went back on Saturday. These stitch stoppers. This fits 0 to 10 and a half.
Oh,
I'd never seen. So that'll
I missed that too. That's the thing about Wool & Company. It's such a big store and they have so much inventory that it's easy to miss things.
I would never have seen this. I just would have walked along and said, "Oh, they're whatever,
right?
Stoppers, right?" So yeah, I'm anxious. And Debbie got some, and she'd been already trying them out and said they were pretty good. So I got that, and then also I showed from the cover of the Finished Knits book. We were there on Thursday, Pat and Debbie and I, and we were going to order the finished yarn, and it was really expensive when we got done. And I'm like, yeah, let's look. So we went and looked. I couldn't find just what I wanted the first day. And I'm like, I'm not settling, and after a while, when I wander too much, it's like, I'm just going to go back and order the finished yarn because that's what I want. But Pat found a yarn and then swatched for it. And then so on Saturday, we went back, which was the start of the yarn crawl. And so I went with the yarns that she had found in a different colorway. And both of them are new to me, so I've never used them before. This one's the Fiber Co. It's called Luma. It's a DK. It's wool, cotton, linen, and silk. For my
That's nice yarn.
It's the cover, so we'll see. And then Ito Sensei, which they just got out. And so I'm going to put those two together.
Oh, nice.
Really what I wanted. Less teal, more that color of the Destin Water that I see that I want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited about that for sure. So yeah, that's the couple that I bought.
We're going to be the turquoise teal squad in Norway.
There'll be no doubt what color that we love.
Right. Yes.
So, yeah, that's kind of my plan. So
I was going to just real quick, I looked up this cowl pattern. It's called Making Waves by Kay Hopkins.
Wonderful.
And I don't know if you can see that very well.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so I think that'll be nice. And I got the red because I thought that would be nice to wear like around the holiday time, but not in your face Christmas. I mean, I could wear it other times too.
Yeah, so you can wear it all through Valentine's Day and still wear it in the fall or whatever. For sure. So are you needing anything special right now?
No, I'm just going to carry on with my Oslo hat. I want to get that done before Norway. I don't want to still be knitting on it. And then I'm going to get a good start on my Riptide vest. I'd like to have that to take, but that might be a little ambitious. I don't know.
I've been quite ambitious with my Norway stuff. People who know me know that I'm very ambitious, and I think that
yes, you are.
I have more time. So I am steadily the rest of the week and into next Wednesday-ish working on my great nephew's graduation blanket. And this is, oh my gosh, why didn't I start this when? Well, I didn't know.
You've made a lot of progress.
I have a lot to go because he's quite tall.
Yeah.
It is my goal to have it ready to block next Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. So, which I know that if I put it outside, I know that in a day it'll be done. So
right. Well, I made one recently. Now it was a baby blanket for my grandbaby, and I put it outside on a hot day, and it was dry in no time.
It shouldn't be bad, and I made progress since the last time. I was way down here in the red.
Oh yeah, you've made a lot of progress.
Yeah. So I hope to finish this navy and white today, and then start the next colorway. And these are all colors of a baseball uniform at St. John's that he will be wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'm not 100% I'm going to do that, but I thought at the end I might do the last section in green and gold, which is his high school colors.
Oh, cute.
It won't be exactly in keeping with the blues and the new, but I thought that would be a kind of a fun thing,
Mm-hmm.
Go out and stuff. we will see. We will see. But and it's going to rain today, so it's going to be fun. And I'm going to sit back and do that. And then, so I'm making myself just do that until
Yeah.
next week. But I am itching for all the Norway stuff right now. I want to get started on that. So anyway, but that is all that I have on that front in the Makers Meetup. Just to say again, we will be doing this next year, fourth weekend, right? And at same place. And watch after the first of the year-ish. There will be on the Instagram. We'll talk about it here on YouTube. We'll put it out in the Ravelry group, all the details as we work them out. Because
well, and I was going to add, Penny, you had mentioned the yarn crawl. So this last weekend in July that we are usually doing this coincides with the Chicago yarn crawl. And I think there are about a dozen shops, something like that participate all over the city and suburbs. And most of them, this year it started on Saturday of our weekend. And like Wool and Company always does 10% off during the yarn crawl. I think a lot of the shops do like a free pattern with your purchase or have some kind of discount. And I know a few people ventured to a couple other shops, but for the most part, I think people want to stay put and sit and knit and visit. And but it's a fun thing to have going at the same time.
And we just want to thank everybody who came, like I said. And there's plenty of things to go out and eat. And if you come by yourself, somebody is going to take you with them. And I know that's some that came by themselves were able to do that as well. And there's plenty of options for either, food coming in. You can have it delivered. The restaurant had a couple of specials that I anticipate they will do again next year for lunch. And, such a fun time. And we're so appreciative of people who came and spent the weekend with us. And, for me, Kendra, I wouldn't do it with anybody else. Because, I think we have strengths and weaknesses, and your strengths are not mine, for sure.
And vice versa. So, we
work together good. We
work together well and just enjoy it. All the brainstorming and coming up with ideas and plans and hearing from people that are going to come and how excited people are. It's just a really fun thing.
And I do think next year will be even bigger. I did see, on the hotel website that both of those their max were 90 and 90. And so we'll touch bases, with the hotel, before we in the booking and that, so we can all let people know that, if we have to go an avenue or, to limit, but I hope we don't have to do that. So that would be fun.
Yep.
Not saying that's going to happen, but I know there are a lot of people out there like, oh, I want to come. And
right.
And a lot of people who couldn't make it for, whatever reason. So we missed you. We hope you can come back next time for sure. So that's the gist. So,
okay.
All right, everybody. I'll be back in a week or so with another podcast. So thanks for stopping by. And if you would like, subscribe. And we're over 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000. Holy moly. How did that
Very
happen?
exciting.
Thank you to those who give shout out to PJKnits. I just, and I believe on doing that with other podcasts as well, because I think that's how I've grown, is by people saying, hey, check this out. So appreciative of that. So I hope you're all knitting on something fun. And if you went to the meetup, you're starting to cast on some of those things and will tell us about it as we go along. So until next time, bye.
Bye.
Kendra, don't go anywhere.